Welcome to King Says So, a channel that advocates for one Africa, one land, one Africa, one language, one Africa, one currency, one Africa, one army. I wish to witness Africans all around the world united as one in our lifetime. Enjoy. This episode was proudly brought to you by Black Heart Clothing. Black Heart Clothing, after the African spirit. For any inquiries and orders, please contact us on 068 473 6908 or email us on theblackheart@gmail.com. The Black Heart, the hustle continues. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy King053, Mr. Easy Imali Eneng, and we're back at it again with another one. And yes, I am covering EFF again. Julius Malema is out and about after doing his Kenya visit. He's back in South Africa. He did the Mpumalanga visit, and then he went to he's visiting the what we call the ground forces, the people that will be going out in the ground and mobilizing votes for the EFF for the coming elections. So what the EFF is doing is that it's saying you must not just go out and speak to the people. Here are the key points that people will be questioning you about. You need to be updated in terms of the latest news when it comes to politics, facts, cases, everything that has to do about the politics of the country. They went to the Northwest, a successful visit in Northwest. The ANC is truly losing power in the Northwest. I'm telling you guys, it's not fun. Northwest does not have roads. They should call Northwest the pothole province. My goodness. You can't drive in Northwest except if you are in the big towns like Klerksdorp and Potchefstroom. That's it. The rest of Northwest is inside potholes. So one of my followers, Mr. Mapena, who was here from the very beginning, Mr. Mapena, he said, let's just read his comment from my last video with Julius Malema. He says, I think this channel is about I think this channel is nothing but Julius Malema. We have a lot to discuss about grow each other than focusing on Julius Malema. Honestly, maybe I'm the one who does not get the idea behind all this. Please help me understand why we are busy with Julius Malema. Please help me understand. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will always have these type of discussions, and I encourage you guys to lay your thoughts on the comment sections for this specific reason. For these specific reasons, because Africans don't know what, number one, the African agenda is. Number two, who is pushing the agenda? And three, what is their role in supporting that agenda? You understand what I'm saying? So when it comes to this channel This is a pan-Africanist channel. You can see with the introduction. Not interested in speaking about things that don't unite Africans. I'm not interested to speak about things that don't liberate the minds of the Africans. Waking up your conscious, your black consciousness self. That is what this channel is here for. It's about pan-Africanist, pro-African, everything that has to do with pro-African. Now, fortunately or unfortunately, when we come to the environment, political environment of South Africa, you have Black First, Land First, which put Andile, they are no longer, I think their party was deregistered because of being too radical. You have ATM, African Transformation Movement. They are a Pan-African. You have a PAC, and then you have the EFF. The EFF right now is the one that are making, I don't want to say the most noise, but the right moves according to me. According to me. The ANC, which is supposed to be a Pan-Africanist movement also, I feel like they did enough in terms of liberating South Africa from apartheid. I think they saved us from apartheid, but not from the system of apartheid. So we could vote, we could do whatever in 1994. So the reason why you will see a lot of videos of Julius Malema is because he's sparking conversation every time he speaks. You heard our queen, our African queen in Kenya saying, even the rats and snakes listen when Julius Malema speaks. Listen to that poetry and selection of words. It is only us South Africans who will never appreciate Julius Malema for who he is. We will never appreciate. We'll always ask, why are we talking about this person? Now the question is, if I had to speak about the ANC right now, what will I speak about? What are they doing? They're busy with this UIF fund corruption with Fikile Mbalula. I don't know where the president is right now. What is he doing? What the deputy president is doing. I don't know what the youth leader is doing. I don't see any movement that the ANC is doing. The 2024 elections are around the corner. And what you see the EFF doing, it shows the seriousness they are taking these elections in the EFF. And the speeches that Julius Malema is doing, it's not easy traveling like the way Julius Malema is doing. It takes a toll on the body. You know, it requires someone who is very fit. It requires someone who eats healthy and exercise frequently to be able to be strong enough to travel the way he's traveling. It's not easy. I travel a lot, so I can tell you it's not easy. Let's just quickly listen to what Julius Malema said in Mpumalanga specifically. With that, okay, in Mpumalanga specifically, because there's something that he said that when he asked that question, I was like, yo, I don't know. Let's quickly listen to Mr. Malema. Now, the question he's asking, he says, imagine what will happen in South African politics if the EFF was not here. I never thought of that question. It's the first time I'm thinking of that question. South African politics minus the EFF. That is 30 more years of the ANC. Without a shadow of doubt. That is 30 more years of the ANC. There is no other political party that can stop or replace the ANC. The DA is just too far ahead. They are just too far ahead. They need a collusion of 7 to 8 parties to help them to have more votes than the ANC. And because the DA does not work with the Patriotic Alliance of Gayton Mackenzie and does not work with the ANC, the EFF, there's no way that the DA can, with one man, one vote, beat the ANC. It's not possible. A South African political environment without the EFF, ladies and gentlemen, will be the biggest horror in South Africa we've ever witnessed. Why? Because, like Julius Malema said, the youth of the country was gradually losing interest in politics in Africa. In South Africa, excuse me. Small, bit by bit, people were not even interested to vote. Even the middle class were like, What does it help to vote the ANC is gonna win? Until the ANC made their greatest mistake by expelling Julius Malema out of their party. Woof, that was a big mistake, but a blessing in disguise. Because look where we are today. We can we can we can look at the EFF challenging the ANC, and we can see the ANC trying to wake up. The EFF has taken all the universities, all the student councils, the colleges, wherever you go, the EFF is on fire. This is what the fresh air that the EFF has breathed into the youth of this country. It's so refreshing to see young people involved in politics. And I will encourage you guys, be involved in politics. And it's funny that I'm saying that because I'm not involved. But when I say be involved, I mean be politically educated. Know who's your counselor. Know how to affect decisions in your community. Know how to make inputs. Know how to make movements within your community. Speak to your friends. Ask them about, do they know about the situation in Ethiopia, in Zimbabwe? What do they think about immigrants? What do they think about, like, always be political as a young person. It's very important. So for me, a political space without the EFF, woo, woo, I cannot imagine that. I cannot imagine that. He said, for those who say the ANC will win the 2024 elections, shame on them. Guys, it's going to be tricky. Because remember, the rich people, the Oppenheimers, Rupert, and what's the other big family? I'm always forgetting this family. The three families that actually run South Africa. They are sitting now with a choice where they know that they don't want the ANC, but they know they don't want the EFF for sure. So they will be funding the ANC in the background. Remember that thing of political parties disclosing their donors never happened. So, and it's the EFF that was pushing for that. Let us open our bank statements and let's see who's funding us. Because the EFF was saying, we are not getting any money from Johan Rupert. I'll speak about that and the Standard Bank issue also. What a disappointment. So those people, the rich people, they've got a choice to choose between the ANC or the EFF, and that's an easy decision to make. They're going to choose the ANC. So I don't believe that the elections are going to be free and fair next year. I honestly don't believe that. I think they're going to be a little bit tweaked and rigged here and there. And I'm happy to hear that Julius Malema keeps on repeating that there must not be any violence in the elections. There must not be any violence, because the only violence that will appear and occur is black on black violence. That's the only violence that will happen. So I agree with him. There shouldn't be any violence. He said that in Kenya. He told the opposition party, just because they lost on the ballot does not mean they have to go out and kill people. And he's repeating it here in South Africa to his the EFF members. Remember, if he does not do that, because you know these guys are politically clever, if he does not do that, they're going to charge him for inciting violence. And remember, the ANC has got the public protector on its side. They've got the chief justice on its side also. So you don't want to mess with Cyril Ramaphosa. In court, he's going to beat you 10 times out of 10. So yes, that's the video. I hope you guys can see what is happening. I can see the political alliance making moves also. I'm seeing very little from the other political parties. It's like they are waiting because of budget. They are waiting for January next year before they hit the ground and start running and campaigning for 2024. But the EFF is showing them how to make sure that they get these people ready for the 2024 election. They call them the ground forces of the EFF, provincial ground forces. It's very nice to see how EFF are thinking ahead. It's your boy King 053, Mr. Easy Imali Nengi. Until we meet next time, don't forget to pray, and after you pray, stand up and do your best so that God can do the rest.
Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed the content, leave your thoughts on the comment section and hit the like and subscribe button, and we will meet on the next one.